An adventure is not an adventure if you don't have resistance, if there's not something in the way, if you don't know what will happen. That's what inspires me. I actually couldn't wait till that time came where I went out and did my 5 miles, because it's something so outside of the norm, just like, oh, I just did 100 miles and I haven't slept. Let's go do 5. That's an adventure. Mm-hmm. I think to me that's fun. It makes you feel so alive. And then when you complete it, you're like, wow, I did that. Like, I'm unstoppable. I can keep going. It just makes you stronger.
Kill Complacency, a podcast that inspires growth and intentionality and helps you overcome your greatest obstacles.
Today's guest is V. Beck Mullenix, and crazy story with her is that on the last big race I did, I kind of scoped her out early on in the race because she had a high percent of running. And so we're running, we're all introducing ourselves in the beginning of the race, and I hear her name, and so I cue in, and she's talking to someone behind me about her run streak. And I don't remember, Beck, how many days you were into your run streak at the time, but you were a bunch. Yeah. Like since September 2nd of 23 or something like that.
September 4th, 2023.
September 4th.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Labor Day.
What a perfect day to start this run, this run streak.
And my understanding is you started that as a minimum 5K a day. Mm-hmm. When that got too easy, you said it's 5 miles a day.
Yes.
And for the last 474 days, you have ran either a 5K until it switched to a 5 mile.
Yes. Minimum
mm-hmm. every day.
Yes.
So I want to hear your story on how you decided to do that and now where that has led to you as an ultra runner. Okay. Could you kind of...
Yeah. So I've always loved running. My goal has always been to run every day, to just make it a part of my life. Because taking days off kind of becomes 2 days, 3 days. Next thing you know, we're doing this wishy-washy running every few months. We were good and then off, good and then off. And I wanted it to be an everyday thing. And so I finally decided September 4th, we're going to do it. I was inspired and I did it. And
what inspired you?
Candace Burt.
Okay.
Yeah, she inspired me. She's a huge inspiration. I call her my spirit human guide here on earth, because she is the example that she's leaving behind has really helped me pull myself out of myself and to really reach out my dreams. So
you start running.
Yeah. So I start running, and I don't call it a run streak right away because I don't want to say it yet, but I say number 1. And of course, one of my followers called me out on it and said, oh, so this is a run streak? Is this day 1?
You did it day 1?
Yes, I did hashtag 1. I never said run streak or anything like that.
That's awesome.
And so one of my followers said, oh, are you starting a run streak? So he called me out. I had to say yes, because I was. And so it all started there, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't go back on my word.
Were you doing races prior to that?
Yes. I had done my first ultra marathon, 2023 November. But prior to starting the run streak, I had been doing races, just not ultra marathons yet. My goal was to do it every day and train for ultra marathons.
Okay.
Yeah, and race.
Yeah. And what are you've done this. I didn't look at your Strava recently, but you're at what, 2,500 miles on the year, maybe?
I'm not sure. I looked at it a while back, but I can't remember what it is now.
I looked like a month ago, and it was 2,300. Did you ever anticipate that you could do that in a year?
No, I didn't even really think of a number or how far I would get. I just thought one day at a time and see what happens. I'm definitely very surprised how far I've gotten sitting here now.
Yeah.
And looking back at everything I've achieved and the things that I've overcame is absolutely magic.
So you and I are running at Lake Thunderbird.
Right.
And you got first place there in the girls, right?
Female.
Yes. You've done a lot of races this year.
Yes, about 12. 10 on ultra sign up, but there's some others that do not get considered an ultra sign up. So I'd say about 12, because I did a 5K and then I did Lake Vian with Isaac Bernowski.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah. Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one did you do?
So I ran with my son the 4 mile.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Me too, with my daughter.
Okay.
Her first race.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my son, I was training for the memorial, and I didn't want to wreck myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like, I don't want to do this one loop thing. So I just said, I'll just run with Lazarus and I'll do the 4 mile.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kept running laps.
Oh, wow.
I did
that's
like
awesome.
15 laps just,
Yeah.
and it was so fun. Like I
Yeah.
told Isaac, I'm just going to run around. He's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
And it was so fun because I didn't have a bib on
Yeah.
and I could run as fast as I wanted. I could
Mhm.
stop.
You're just the wild one out there.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you did well at that too.
I did. I podiumed. I can't remember what I got, but I think I got a second or third overall. Can't remember. I really fought for that one. Those loops, mental game, hardcore. I did 47 loops.
Because it's so many loops, it's hard.
Yes, it's very monotonous.
Are you going back this year?
No, I'm not going back this year.
You had enough.
No, it's not that I didn't have enough. I just like to try out different things, try out new races, maybe visit some surrounding states
Mm-hmm.
before I venture out into where the big boys are, Colorado and Utah.
Yeah. Okay. So you've done that. And you were running before. I want to kind of tap into this consistency back because so often I feel like people start down a journey, and maybe it was your pre-2023 story. They start down this journey, but they're not consistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll sign up for a marathon or half marathon. They'll train for it. And as soon as it's over,
It's over.
their training's done.
Yep.
So what is the magic sauce? What is your magic sauce for staying going, for consistency? And even after a 100-mile run, you go out and you run 5 more.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, how do you do that?
Maybe it's an OCD thing to do it every day, but when I did the first ultra marathon, I didn't want to just accomplish one thing, one distance, and then all right, I did it. I wanted to be it. I wanted to be the race. And so that's why I did the run streak and the training for ultra marathons and then the racing. It doesn't have to end. I wanted to transform my life. I wanted to embody it. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I love racing. I love seeing how far I can go, racing with myself. I don't really necessarily like to compete with other people, but
Sure.
within myself to see how much can I improve.
Well, I think that's the beautiful thing about running is specifically long distance is it's more at least for me, it's more about what I can do, right? And it becomes a competition with myself more than, because a 5K, I don't want to downplay the 5K because it's still 3.1 miles. But I feel like it's much more of a race against somebody else than against yourself when you're going longer. You agree?
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
I'm competitive and I love to win.
Yeah.
But
It's fun.
but yeah, for sure. But more than anything, I love to improve myself. And I love to see the compound effect of that.
Yeah.
So, when you and I shared some miles in Norman together there at Lake Thunderbird, I was asking about Pumpkin Holler. And I said, hey, wait a minute. You did Pumpkin Holler 3 weeks ago. Did you go run? And you said, yes. And that blew me away.
Yeah.
Because I've never done 100 miles, but I can only imagine how fatigued you must have felt, but you still went out and did it. So
An adventure is not an adventure if you don't have resistance, if there's not something in the way, if you don't know what will happen. So that's what inspires me. I actually couldn't wait till that time came where I went out and did my 5 miles, because it's something so outside of the norm, just like, oh, I just did 100 miles and I haven't slept. Let's go do 5, That's an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I think to me that's fun. It makes you feel so alive. And then when you complete it, you're like, wow, I did that. Like, I'm unstoppable. I can keep going. It just makes you stronger.
Over the years, I have been coached by countless mentors, and now I want to offer that to you as well. How? By Marty Hoffman's Life Coaching. This will be a 6-week program in which I will guarantee you will develop a more growth mindset. We will set goals and learn about the importance of the processes and habits behind those goals. I will also help you see your story differently as things happening for you, not to you. We will also be discussing your future self and give you clarity on who that is and what it looks like. For more information, please follow the link below or hop on martyhoffman.com and follow the coaching link. So talk to me about the mindset there.
The mindset?
There's tons of mindset you've got going. Like you just said it, I'm unstoppable. You were excited for it, the adventure.
Well, I love adventure. And adventure is when things are hard. To me, is when things are difficult, the challenge of it, when things unexpectedly happen and you do it anyway. It's mostly, I'm hard-headed and I'm very focused once I decide something, which I'm very careful when I make decisions, because then I cannot look away. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And the more you do things like that, the more you're so focused and driven to nothing will stop me.
Beck, have you always been that way with stuff, or as you've done more hard things, have you taken on more of that mindset?
I think I've always been that way. When I want something and decide on something, I target and I do not look away until I achieve it. I think running and accomplishing more than I've ever thought I could accomplish has made that even stronger.
And that's what I would say. My backstory is I was not a runner. 2.5 years ago, I would have told you I hate running. But I started doing it because I needed to. I needed to do something. And I signed up for the biggest thing I could at the time, a marathon. That was scary. But fast forward 1.5 years, 2 years, and now I would identify as that, as a runner, and actually enjoy it. Kind of to your point, the compound effect of consistency.
Yeah.
So, and I want to have you on because I just want people to get it, like, just be consistent. Go after something, whatever it is, go after it with consistency. Yeah. And you will, to your point, you will absolutely blow your mind.
Yes, it's unbelievable. I mean, even if you can get out there and do one block, every day, even if it's just 2 minutes or around your house, doesn't matter. Just do it every day, and next thing you know, you just transform into something else. And then next thing you're going around the block. Then you're doing 1 mile. Then you're doing 2 miles. Then you're like, wow, what else can I do? And you just keep going and growing and growing, and, things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a 5K. It doesn't have to be a mile. It could be whatever you are in that moment.
Yeah, it could be a block.
Yeah.
One of my favorite books is Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Have you heard of it?
No. I've heard the name. But.
He wrote Success Magazine, was the general editor of that. But he has us to... I thought you read it because of what you said. This lady needed help, physical fitness. And so he said, hey, could you just walk your block? And they actually set up like a training plan. And yeah, she walked her block. And then she walked 2 blocks. And then she walked the square.
Yeah.
And I think within 6 months, she ran her first marathon.
Wow.
But it started with 1 block.
That's amazing. See, like anything could happen if you just do it every day.
Yeah. Create the plan.
Yeah. And then it mirrors to your personal life in other ways.
Okay. So let's talk about that. How have you, because I could talk about this all day long on that respect. How have you seen it mirror your personal life when you were consistent with running? How has it had effect in other areas?
Well, I recently changed careers in April, It was, and it's been a very challenging transition. But because of my run streak, I was able to hang in there every single day. It's like a marathon. Just hang in there. You don't know how the outcome or if you'll do it right. That you just do it every day. And it's the strength that you acquire from running every day. It helps you in other areas of your life, like work or with your family or at home. It's kind of like a guardian, a parent. The running, the consistency. It's weird because you can't really mold it into something. It's just kind of hovering there. Like you don't give up. You do it every day. You're like, okay, let me do this every day.
Yeah. What would this look like? If you want to wear a billboard of a message of kill complacency or live intentionally, then check out my merch store. It's www.mindsetshop.com. Mindset is with an X, so it's MINDXET shop, SHOP.com. Mindsetshop.com. What kind of challenges? Have you been injured? What kind of difficulties have you had to overcome?
Actually, so my last race that I did at Spirit of Salamo, it was raining for 8 hours, like just pouring down. It was comical. It was pouring so much, the kind of thing you laugh about. My shoes were filled with water. My waterproof shoes were filled with water, crossing through, creeks and rivers. I slipped. And I fell on top of a boulder. This is probably like the worst fall I've ever had.
This is last weekend, right?
Yeah, that was last weekend. I landed on my hip, and I couldn't get up. And I kind of cried a little, and I rolled over to the side. And then I remembered a comment that was placed on one of my races where I did fall and hit my knee, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was blood everywhere, but not the way this was. I thought I had internal bleeding. So I kind of got up on my knees, and I got up immediately because I remembered somebody posting a comment saying, it's good that you got up immediately. So I thought, okay, I need to find a way to get up. So I got down on my knees and hands and slowly got up and started walking. And I thought, oh, this is over. I can't do my run streak now. I won't be able to complete this race. I just walked it out, and everyone was passing me. At that time, I was the second female leading. And so everyone was passing me. I was walking. I was feeling down on myself.
Where in the race is this? How many miles in?
5 miles.
At 5 miles.
5 miles. I drove 6 hours to fall at mile 5.88 to be exact, because I look at my watch, and so I got up. I know. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I was thinking about my husband. I'm so sorry.
Are you crying?
I was crying, yeah. But
You're
I was trying
bawling.
to hide it too. The rain was raining, but everybody's, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I fell, and I'm trying to shake it out. I walked, I ran, and then I was like, I could run a little bit, but I could feel this like lump inside of my stomach. And that's what made me think I may have injured an organ, or I may have internal bleeding. My bone was also hurting, but not as much as the inside of my body. And I knew that was probably not good. And so every time I would take a step or run, I could feel it hitting, and it would hurt, re-stabbing it or something like that. And so finally, I was 6 miles out to the next aid station. So I got there, which was at this point mile 11. And I spoke to the crew. They were so nice. They said, do you have range of motion? They kind of tested out my movements, and I said, yeah, I do. Well, you can go up another 7 miles. It's straight uphill, and you can wait until that you get up there and decide if you want to continue or not. But I was so sure I was going to DNF. I was so sure. I almost even stopped my watch because I thought it's over. And so I take the chance. I go up there, and it hurts, but I thought, this is like a bruised toe. I don't know if you ever kicked a rock before, but it's so painful the entire time that you're running that you're just like, it just becomes your friend now, So I thought, let me do that with what's going on here. And so I thought, well, we're just going to be friends, and, it hurts, and it just kept going. And finally, at mile 25, the pain had subsided, and I felt strong.
Outran your
and
fate.
I kept running, and there for a moment, I felt like, the guy on that movie 300, where he's like, you're not going to stop me. So I felt very undefeated. Like, yeah, I can fall on a boulder. Yeah, I can be, like, limping, But no, I'm going to keep going, and I will complete this. And we will fix the problems afterwards, you know. So I just kept going. I ended up finishing the race.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get to miss out on beautiful landscape, which was, I feel like that was a huge takeaway. 'Cause I took away so much in that race. It's one of my favorites out of all the ones I've done this year.
Is it because you maybe slowed down?
No, the trail just had some
Okay.
type of, every trail has its own energy, and this one had a very peaceful, clean feeling. The landscape changed so much the entire time, so it always felt like I was in a different state or somewhere different. It was just so beautiful. I felt such great, such honor to be there. It was just absolutely amazing. So I was glad that I didn't get to miss that. I almost missed out on that. And somehow I also made third female. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So I was happy about that too. I was like, okay, I did give it my best effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. To think that I almost just said, no, never mind.
That is an incredible story and super recent. So is your hip all better?
Yeah. I mean, it's sore. I've got a little lump there.
Like a bruise?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a bruising. And I can't wear anything too tight around that area, but it's not affected my running. It doesn't hurt when I run or anything like that. So.
Yeah, so many people would have given up at that point.
Yeah.
They would have quit.
Yeah. I mean, I was ready to.
They would have said, I'm 5.88. I got today's 5.
Yeah, today's 5, right. Yeah.
But you kept going. That's incredible. Is that the worst injury you've had?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I've had soreness in other parts of my legs, but within a few days it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So is it really an injury or is it just sore?
That's mindset too.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, if it doesn't hurt more while you're running, you're good. You know, don't take my advice. That's just what I do.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that have ran long that would testify to this as far as injuries, plantar fasciitis going away or whatever because of the pounding. And I don't know if it goes away or if we get used to it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's another thing. I wasn't sure because I thought, wow, I'm in pretty good shape because there's so much elevation, like the most elevation I've ever ran at a very consistent time. And I thought, I'm not tired. My legs are not tired. I felt strong the entire time. Then I thought, well, is this pain overshadowing all of that? And I can't tell. And that's why I'm thinking, I don't know. So, yeah, you're right. Did we get used to it? Or did it just move on to the next, body part? Because it does that too sometimes.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank you guys for listening to the end. In closing, I just wanted to add that if this message resonates with you, if it aligns with your values and something in it today triggered something, then you can also look me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. We are really trying to help people live more intentional lives to kill the complacency with which they have subscribed to. I know there's many ways in which I get sucked in all the time. So if this is beneficial, follow me there.